Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about suffixes, which is another part of morphology. So we've talked about base words, which are words that stand on their own, and we've talked about prefixes, which can go at the start of a word and change the meaning. And now we're going to talk about suffixes, which go at the end of the word, and they can affect meaning and grammar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up the worksheet that I think you probably have in front of you right now. So hopefully you'll be seeing something that looks like this. Okay, I'm going to first be the video. So you're doing this step right now, you're watching the video. Then you're going to read the questions on your worksheet. Then you're going to write the suffixes after the equals, and then you're going to write your own sentences. But first, let's have a little quick review of what morphology is. So morphology is the study of morphemes, and morphemes are the smallest word parts with meaning. So you can see here the base word is act, and then you can add a prefix at the start and get react. But then we can add different suffixes at the end. And here, these particular suffixes are affecting the grammar. So they're affecting the tense of this action. So act is an action, and to react is an action. It's to act again. And then reacting means that I'm doing it right now. If I'm reacting to something, it's happening now. If I've reacted with the ed at the end, that means it was in the past. So we can see here that the ing and ed suffix are telling us when it happened, which means it's relating to grammar. So ing is now, ed is in the past. So suffixes go after the base word and they alter the grammar or meaning. So here's just some different types of grammar and how they affect the type of and tense. So if we have ed, ing, s, or s, like jumped, walking, loves, catches, it tells us the verb and the tense. So it tells us when things are happening. So jumped means it's already happening. It's already happened in the past. Walking means it's happening now. Loves mean that it happens across time. So if he loves something, that means it happens across time. It's not a particular time. And their catches, sometimes the S has to have ES if it's after particular sounds at the end of a word. Okay, then we have nouns. So here are some suffixes that go at the end of nouns. So suffixes do tell you the type of word. All of these ones up here, ed, ing, s, and us, go after a verb. But the ones that I'm going to tell you about now all make words into nouns. So the base word may not be a noun, but these turn them into nouns. So if it's got ion, meant, ness, itty, age, they will become nouns. So creation is a thing. If you create something, that's a verb, but your creation is a thing. If you develop something, the develop word is a verb, but development, the development that you've created, is a noun. Being calm, that's an adjective, that's describing how you are. But when you say calmness, this is the calmness, it is a thing. It's hard because it's not like a people, person, place thing. It's an abstract noun, which is a little bit harder to get our head around. And we've also got in here activity and wreckage as examples. Now, adjectives have these suffixes at the end. Iv, full, ik, ul, able, and us. And here's some examples of some adjectives. So adjectives describe things. So someone can be creative. They can be hopeful. They can be athletic. A thing, an item, could be a personal item. A person could be agreeable, or a person could be furious. So they're all things that describe. ly at the end of a word means that we're describing an action instead of describing a thing. So if I do something carefully, that says how I'm doing it. So ly words tell you how things are happening. Plural nouns. So s and es at the end of words, a bit like verbs. These ones can go after a noun to create plurals, which means there's more than one. And er and est, they're called comparatives and superlatives. So happier means that it's more happy than something else. Happiest means it's the most happy. And we can add that to lots of words like crazier and craziest, sillier and silliest, hotter and hottest. Those sorts of things can come after lots of different adjectives. So here are some suffix examples, and these just might help you when you're doing your work. So I'm going to show you now what you're going to be doing for your work. You can have a look through these suffixes and see which words you know, and if there's any new ones, you can let me know in a voice recording. I'd love to hear what words you don't know, and perhaps I can send you a message back to say what they mean. Okay, here's your worksheet. The first part, you need to just separate into the original word and then the suffix. Okay, so I just want to know what the suffix is. So I've done the first one. We've got situation. So situate is a word and then shun is the suffix. You can see here that situate, the base word, actually has an E on the end when you separate it out. Let's see if you can do the others. Have a go. Now with this one, you just have to pick which one is a suffix word. You can see here, it says the wrong thing. We're going to change it to suffix word. Okay, and your sheet will say suffix word, so it's okay. Here it says careful and it says unwrap. Now unwrap has a prefix. It has un at the start, but we're looking for suffixes. So if we look here, careful, full is at the end. So we have our base word, care, and then we have full at the end. So careful is the correct word for the suffix. So remember, you are looking at the one that has the suffix at the end, not the full word at the end. The last thing you're going to do is choose a word with a suffix, and you can go up and choose it from this list if you like. I chose a ness word, and we do have ness up here, but the one I chose is not on here. We've got heaviness, highness, sickness, rudeness, and happiness. But I chose kindness as my example word. So if you have a look,